Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Monday Matt channel, and oddly enough, DaddyoFive came back into the news a couple days ago, right? People all of a sudden became outraged that he was back under a new blog or a new channel called FamilyOFive, which was just taken from Heather's channel, and then they repurposed it into that, and they started their own antics again, this time minus Cody and Emma, which is clearly for the best. I knew about this about maybe 2 months ago. I knew that they were back. I checked out a couple of their videos. They seem to be kind of toning things down. It was more like just your standard, let's go to Costco, let's go to a petting zoo sort of thing. It wasn't really anything bad, right? It wasn't anything bad at all. But then I checked up on them just recently, and I noticed that they were back to a lot of their old ways. More of the crazier thumbnails, more of the crazier pranks. And you could tell that the content was trying to like walk that fine line in between appropriate and inappropriate. Whereas before it was very much in the realm of inappropriate. But I guess enough people found out about it, because even though they had several 100,000 subscribers and their videos were getting the views, they still found themselves in a bit of trouble. In fact, we've learned today that YouTube shut down FamilyOFive channel over child endangerment concerns. Yeah, that's a thing, right? I mean, like the two children who were taken away, and to which case Heather and Mike being put on probation for those incidences were out of the picture, but it still kind of goes down that path again, doesn't it? It still kind of goes down that path. Well, this is what the article says. YouTube has terminated the popular FamilyOFive channel, in which couple Michael and Heather Martin posted prank videos featuring their children over child abuse concerns. Michael Martin started vlogging on the channel DaddyoFive, where he and his wife Heather orchestrated pranks on their 5 children. The Martins drew criticism, as many viewed the pranks to be child abuse. Well, to be fair, the pranks involving Cody, where they picked on him relentlessly to the point of where he began acting out and everything else, I would argue, and so would the courts, that it was in fact child abuse, which is why they had the kids taken away and why they were on probation. But I digress. It says, in one video, Michael prompted the children to slap his sister, and another showed him pushing his young son Cody into a bookcase. The Martins have maintained in the past that the videos are in part staged, and the children are all in on the joke. Nevertheless, in September, following an outcry about a video where Michael and Heather squirted invisible ink on Cody's carpet and then screamed obscenities at him, the pair were sentenced to 5 years probation for child neglect and the lost custody of their 2 youngest children, Cody and Emma. Following the conviction, the couple deleted all the videos on the DaddyoFive account, save one which stated that the pranks were fake, moved from Maryland to West Virginia, where they commenced vlogging from a channel called FamilyOFive, and the new account racked up 176 million views. So 176 million views in the span of simply a few months. Goddamn. Goddamn. That is so much money. Those videos are all long too. They're all like 15 plus minute longs. I mean, we're talking pre-roll, post-roll, a couple mid-rolls. They freaking, like, they're making some serious green off of this, some serious damn green, which is probably one of the reasons why they went down that bit of a darker path again, where they started walking that line. Here's the problem. Here's the thing. People get used to your content as being a certain way. If you alter or change your content in any significant way, you are going to lose a bit of your subscribers. You are going to lose a bit of your audience. This is how it goes. Okay, this is just how it goes on YouTube. You say the wrong thing in a video and you can lose your subscribers. You say and do the wrong thing on Twitter and you can lose everything. We live in a very finicky world where people are oftentimes feeling like they have to always placate to their audience. They have to always make sure that the audience is never slighted, never disagreed with, because they're afraid of what will happen to their channel. And I know plenty of people out there, people who you know and trust and you love, that are so afraid of you that they just continuously never push back, even though in private they will say other things. Whereas some of people out there will just always speak their mind regardless of what happens. And you know what? The thing is, you may never know who is who. That's because this is part of the world we have to live in. Now, the article does go on to say here that on Wednesday, YouTube shut down the FamilyOFive account as well as an affiliated gaming channel operated by Michael. A YouTube spokesman said content that endangers children is unacceptable to us. Going on to say, we have worked extensively alongside experts in child safety to make sure we have strict policies and are aggressively enforcing them. Given this channel's owner's previous strikes for violating our guidelines prohibiting child endangerment, we're removing all his channels under our terms of service. So yeah, they're getting the YouTube just not just got rid of that channel. They got rid of everything. The Martins are done on YouTube. The Martins are done on this platform, but they still have an insanely sizable audience and they still have a lot of people out there that support them. So the question is now, what are they going to do? Where are they going to go? You don't just walk away from this kind of fame and that kind of money. You just don't. Given everything that they've been doing, given how they've all been, they're not done yet. Are they going to move over to Twitch? I don't know. Are they going to move over to Facebook and go that way? I don't know. I mean, for the time being, anything they do is going to be so heavily scrutinized and heavily watched that they might get run off of any other social media platform. But they're probably going to end up finding one that will accept them and one where they can take an audience. That might be BitChute. It could be DTube. In fact, hell, DTube would probably be the better place for them because it's decentralized. They really don't care, provided there's they really don't care, they don't, it's different over there. But the Martins did come to did kind of issue their own defense a little bit here. In fact, it says the Martins told the local news station in a written statement that they've worked very hard to reestablish and heal ourselves over the past 18 months and intend to continue producing videos within the strict boundaries we have set for ourselves. After YouTube banned the Martins, their children Jake, Ryan, and Alex uploaded a video to their channel called Team DaddyoFive titled Goodbye YouTube, in which they say that the pranks were harmless and they were planned. And a lot of people out there, again, are very happy that this happened. They're very happy that the Martins are gone. They're very happy that the Martins are off YouTube. And you know what? I'm in a weird space on that myself. What they did to Cody and what they did to Emma was clearly done as a way to garner views. They hurt these children, especially Cody, to garner views. I always believe in second chances. I believe in redemption. And like I said, when I first heard about them coming back and what they were doing, and I checked it out and it was very kind of just banal and milquetoast vlogging, general family stuff. I was like, okay, maybe they're learning. Maybe they're learning. And then they started kind of doing more of the prank things because they know that is what's going to get the audience going. And I can see them going down that dark path. And I know a lot of the criticism came from their channel trailer video where there was the one kid who got hit in the nuts and everything else. And then another one of him screaming, turn off the camera. So those were not the best things to showcase. And I can't say that speaks to everything. And I can't say that I feel bad that they've been banned. YouTube clearly doesn't want them on the platform. YouTube has the right to do that. If they, are using children in their videos and there's at any point in time a suspicion of child abuse or child neglect, yeah, you know what? That's fine. You can, I'm fine with that. That's their thing. There's clearly visual evidence of this thing transpiring. But at the end of the day, I just want them to get help. I want them to make sure their kids are looked after. I want them to make sure that everything is hunky-dory in their world. I view them as people who get caught up in the madness of YouTube. And the thing is, there's a madness there. There's very much a madness. There are people who find themselves with massively huge audiences overnight, and they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to react. So they start chasing the algorithm. They start chasing those numbers, chasing that paper. And what that does is it sets them down the path that's going to end up not allowing them to really grow as just a content creator. And I'll be honest with you. In the early days, man, that's all I cared about. Where I was in my life, I was all about venting. I was all about rage, and I was all about, covering the social events because that's what's earned the most money, and as time goes on, I've clearly mellowed out, still not perfect, still get worked up over shit that maybe I shouldn't. But I, as a person who does this as a job, looking at it from just the business side of it, removing emotion from it as much as I possibly can. That's how I approach a lot of these situations involving YouTubers. There's always going to be a part of me that no matter what looks at their situation and looks at the amount of popularity they have and how fast they've risen, and won't be somewhat sympathetic, or maybe not sympathetic, but empathetic to what it is that they're going through. Because what they do is they probably read the comments and they read what people say about them. And the audience says, we want this, we want this, we want this. And then they feel obliged to comply because they're afraid that they'll lose it. They're afraid that they'll lose what they have. They'll lose their relevance. They'll lose their popularity, and they'll lose their income. They'll lose that money, that dollar sign that keeps people coming back every single day to make more content because it's their job. They're afraid they're going to lose it. And that's a real valid fear. The difference between them and many other people is how they choose to embrace that. The Martins chose to, instead of building a new audience and trying to work off what they had previously done to make it more family friendly, wholesome, and not mean spirited, chose to toe the line, to teeter on the edge as a way to appease both sides, living with one foot in and one foot out. And you can never live that way. You can never live that way in many of these situations, especially on this platform, because eventually you succumb to what some people in the audience want, maybe the vocal minority, and you end up giving into that. And that's one of the reasons why, I have the empathy for them, because mistakes are clearly made and they're continuously made. And so I hope that they go back to therapy. I hope that they continue seeking help, and that if they ever decide to come back, that they just don't put their damn kids in it. That they just don't put their damn kids, because that's the thing. If they can learn to vlog without them, if they can learn to vlog without showing them in there, or if they do just make it real benign shit like praying to God or something, then maybe they'll be okay. But in the meantime, there are so many people out there, and I know there's going to be so many comments on this video that are just going to be all about, yeah, get rid of them, make them go away. And you know what? You're not wrong to feel that way. You're not wrong to have those opinions. Like I said, just from my perspective, because I do this, I can look at it from a different perspective, a different angle, and kind of analyze it that way, which is what I tend to do. So, I just don't want anyone to get hurt. And, if they were hurting the kids, then get rid of them. If it's just them being idiotic again, then it's maybe time for a break. Anyway, this is all crazy shit. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this one? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a fantastic day. And remember, don't injure children on camera for money, because it's not going to get you very far. If you enjoyed this video, please consider becoming a patron today for just $1 per month over at patreon.com/mundanemat.